Hello and welcome to the video. Well, it'll soon be time for the cows to come in. So while the weather's still fine, we've been busy with the cowshed. Basically, we've taken all that side out of the cowshed there. And we've taken the tin sheets off. We're going to take those timbers off, all these here. And we're going to put concrete panels in. We're also going to concrete this strip down here. You can see the edge of the existing concrete there. And this bit down here used to be cubicles at one time. So I'm going to get these timbers off and then I can get the digger in and dig all this loose stuff out, put the concrete in and put a strip of concrete down the outside as well. And then a concrete panel, I don't know what they are, about 1.5 meters high along this side, and then we can put some tin sheets back on the top. So let's get going while it's dry. Just going to pull all this crap out of the way first, and then I can get to work on the inside of the shed if I can reach in. Just a wee bit tight digging out under here. Be careful I don't hit the roof sheets. Quite hard compacted that as well, it's been down for years. Yeah, I might be going a bit deep there, I think. So I can always level it up and shovel some back in. Good hardcore anyway, so be a good base for the concrete. Right, I think I'll make that do. Or have the bloody shed knocked down. Right, well, we've put that job on hold a bit. We just had a phone call to say that our concrete panels are ready to collect, so we're off to get our kicks on the A66. Go and upset a few motorists. Can't be helped. It's going to take about an hour, I think, each way. Yeah, it's not a bad day. Probably tell by the trees if you can see any of them. Just going into autumn, so there's a lot of bonny colours around in the trees. Some of these roads are still a bit narrow as well. We're going to head down the valley through all the villages. Be a few tight spots, I think, but there's plenty of room, we'll manage. So we can get through all the parked cars. I remember when I was a kid there was hardly a car parked on here. So you can hardly get through the village these days. Yeah, apologies for the camera wobbling about. But my little window sticky thing doesn't stick to the windows anymore, so I've kind of got it dangling off a bit of string. The best I can do. Sorry. You know that some people should just stay off the roads. been a car following me for at least 6 miles now. And I've just come along a road at least a mile long of dead straight road, and he still hasn't overtaken me. The car behind him overtook me. He's just got to follow. I wonder if he'll still be behind me when I get on the dual carriageway. It's me that'll get blamed for holding the traffic up, but it's him, not her. I don't know which it is. They just won't overtake you. Even on a dead straight road with nothing coming the other way. Well, here we are near the 66. It's not too busy. No, shouldn't be causing too many problems. Well, we've arrived, about an hour, maybe just over. The guy's just gone to get the paperwork, so we'll get loaded up in a few minutes and then head on back. So we're all loaded up now. Got ourselves a concrete feed trough there as well, so I'll just throw a few straps over this and head off back into the traffic. Cheers mate, thank you. And we're off. Right, we're back onto the single carriageway, the A66, going uphill at 19 miles an hour, so we're getting quite a queue behind us. We'll just have to wait. Yeah, they won't have to wait long. Another mile and we'll be turning off. Right, this is our turn off. Tight this my arse end's sticking out a bit. There we go. This is the historic market town of Barnyard Castle. We're not actually going into Barney, but and you can't see it on the camera, but it's there, believe me. Just waiting at the traffic lights. So we got our panels back safely yesterday, and we've made a start. We've got one in, the end one. Problem we have here is this shed was built 50 odd years ago and it's not very tall, so what we're going to have to do is step these panels, put the next one in a little bit higher and the next one a little bit higher. There's quite a slope on this shed as well. So they are going to have a step from panel to panel, which is not ideal, but it's what we've got, unfortunately. And we've knocked that centre wall out there and we're going to put this panel here in. So we should get a bit done today. See what we can get in.
We'll have to reset that chain out,
Maybe.
Just jumped in a bit. Do you
Yeah.
want to do the load all bit?
I'm just going to see if I can get this bit of shitty old concrete out of there. I'll get the forks underneath it. Hoping it'll just pop off, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. Right. Now what do we do with it? That's it. Get the rest with the digger, I think. Just drag that back out the way. That's pretty good, really. We'll get some concrete down underneath, shutter it up. Concrete here, and we're going to put concrete down the outside as well. Would have liked it to not have those steps in, like, but we can't do anything else really because of the fall on the shed. So we've just got that panel there is going to go across from this gate to this wall here, and then we can separate this little end piece off for the calves, and we have a creep gate there so the calves can get through and get a bit of peace. While we're on, I'm going to make a new barrier for here. The old one was rotten off at the bottom, so I've got some good galvanised posts here, so I'm just going to fabricate a new barrier in here. I'll do it in situ, and then we know that it all fits, because these posts they're just slotting those holes, so if I do it this way, I know it's all going to fit. Hopefully. Right, so what I've done is I've drilled the posts so that I can let the bars inside, and then we'll get a better weld and it'll be a bit stronger, and it'll also be easier to hold it all in place while I weld it up. So I just need to see if I've got my measurements right now, see if these bars will fit in. That's looking all right, everything fits. So what I'm going to do now is I can grind some of this galv off, and I'll get a decent weld around there. Yeah, happy with that. I will put a couple of bars in the middle here, strengthen it up a bit. Yeah, looking good. I've just done making the centre bars for it, and I'm using this sexy little jig here with a drill attached to it, and that'll notch the as you can see for the light there, that it'll notch the pipe out so we get a nice smooth fit. Get a good joint like that. It's better for welding round. Makes it look a lot neater than flattening the pipe. Lots of panels all in and finished. Looks alright. We've just got to figure out what to do with the top now. Originally we were going to put the tin sheets back on, but we're kind of thinking maybe Yorkshire boarding now, let a bit of airflow through. A bit more light in, because it's quite dark in here. And that's the top end. So the calves can get in through that creep. And this gate, we can have it shut there, and it also swings around here. So we can have it there. And if I've got my measurements right, it should fit on the end of this barrier. Like that. It just makes it easier handling the cattle with this barrier in, if I need to shed anything off. So that'll be useful. And on the outside, we've shuttered it up and poured concrete underneath them. Well, mixed our own concrete, but there you go. So that'll be alright when the shuttering comes off. Well, we've got a bit of work to do before we get this lot ready for concreting, and that'll be after the weekend. So I'll make that do for this video, and I'll do another one to let you know how we get on when we're concreting. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.